We do it my way.
So everything is on fire, because why would it not be?
Is this a fight?
Yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes.
Do not feed. This will
Do
hurt.
not waver.
Is that an Nivea? God damn. Hold it, state your names. Nivea, it's you. I bloody knew I told him you'd come. We got some winnings to collect. What happened here? Everything went to shit. Let's get back to our base, I'll fill you in. Oh, Dresden's our base, not anymore. Alright, let's go there. There you have it, Commander, our temporary camp. It's embarrassing to have to show you how things have turned out. We're gonna do something about it. You got nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm sure you have nothing to be ashamed about. You did everything you could. Thank you, Commander, for holding on for now. But some things are gonna be different now that you're here. I just know it. We're gonna defend the fortress. We get caught up. Things were quiet at first, you know. As quiet as they were when you were here. I mean, the Queen took hold of the reins. She wasn't gonna go against your wishes. She kinda left everything as it was. She just told everyone to hold on, that you'd be back soon. Things carried on for 6 months. So 6 months passed. I was gone for 6 months? Yeah, why are you acting surprised? Where are the mongrels? Deserted, they did. They didn't see that coming, I'll admit. They were good people, strong. There's signs of nothing, but one night they all just got up and left. The guards at the gate tried to stop them. The mongrels killed them and vanished. So Sabamak made good, he got to them. But if you can prove the mongrels are innocent, you won't hear me complaining. He enticed them out of the city and lured them somewhere. So 6 months passed. So listen, 6 months, that ain't nothing, you know. After a while, we realized that, you know, you wouldn't be coming back. The Queen was real cut up about it. She was always praying to Iomedae, asking for her counsel. One time I overheard blaming herself for sending you to the abyss. But you know our Gwalfrey, she's laid plenty of friends to rest. If she called off the crusade after every death, we would have lost the demons a long time ago. She pushed forward against the demons, yeah, were declared dead. Did things properly, through a big funeral, everyone was crying, even Beth shed a tear. The Queen took the sword of valor. She left the wardstone here. Me and Beth wanted to leave. I even started battling. I realized I couldn't. I just kept thinking, you're my commander. I just kind of dumped it all on Beth, but she was thrilled. She said, but you just remind me, no one's removed the commander from her post. We're staying here and serving under it's our duty. We're not the only ones, a whole gang of us, a ragtag crew for sure, but we're all united to fight for you. Except there's less than a week after Galfrey left the army, the demons have got us in a pincer movement. Where's the population at? There are many of us. We got the cleric, alright. Yep, we're gonna go to Mustafan. Yep, the Queen got as many people out as she could. Even the dungeons were emptied. I did hear some minor escape through Nurse, but I didn't ask for details. Where did the Queen go? She didn't say anything. Alright, so what's happening now? The One-Eyed Devil Squad is holding out in the tavern, and Hiller's in the dungeons. Rachel and Erebeth are in your study in the Citadel. The old fellow had some vision about you, and the Queen took off running, said he needed to touch her things and find out where she was. Captain's killing from him. He was given boot by his superiors, but he wasn't getting along with them. Anyone can tell you what happened. I've heard that. It's time to do my duty as your commander of the adversity, right? They're all returned. Well, you've been walking right past it, making sure you give a good old whack. Time to do my duty. Is the Bell of Mercy in here? Did I miss it?
Follow if you dare. I'm off.
I'll hit you! They are the darkness.
I do what I must.
Are we playing hide and seek?
I'm gone.
Begone, fiend! They did.
Rise again. I must kill that monster. She's to blame for everything. Death hasn't changed you one bit. You're still blaming everyone else for your troubles. Not looking down for Iomedae. It's time to decide your fate. I've suffered far too long now. I stand ready to accept your sentence. I give you peace. Go and stand before your eyes, so rest in peace, old man. Alright. Wait. Descending.
I will fight.
Endure this! Did you see that?
We do it my way.
Commander, risen from the dead after all, not a minute too soon. Let the prisoners go. Queen ordered some to be executed, and the ones who weren't rotten to the core would be given a second chance. We now serve between the condemned. You bet that now. Time to move on.
Follow if you dare.
Please, be careful.
I'm off.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
I do what I must.
It's a shame the half measure suffered such damage. You call this damage only a little messy. It's been a while. Commander, this wait ain't over. Ain't no dream. I can't believe it. Time to move on. Yes, Commander. Fall back, Labs. We got nothing more to do here. Damn, it's a shame none of you can trade. Because I would like that very much. Run our ass up here. Mercy is here, but where?
I'm gone. I'm glad I was useful to you.
It's right up here.
Something is not right here.
Soot is restless. I wonder why. Am I doing it wrong? I can do this. Am I doing it wrong? I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
Your struggle is ending.
I can push through this!
Esmo, Axe, Esmo, Axe, Esmo, Axe, yes! Esmo, Axe,
This
yes!
war must end.
You call?
Always be ready
I will
for
lend
the
you
worst.
my aid.
A bright future awaits us.
Kill my
The
friend.
prey.
Peace.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
I'm on.
So the cultists I spared, I heard they became a healer. I don't know if they still worship Baphomet. Come with me, you can always join with demons. I have to go. Very well, it'll be a difficult fight. Alright, coward.
I do what
I will
will
break
resist.
against our resolve.
Still fight.
Rely on me.
I'm gone. We do it my way.
I hear your heart pounding, yeah. I fan to you. All things then, the Queen showed us nothing but respect after she decided to proceed with Kuzumano chose to stay here and protect the Warstone until you return. It was an easier decision for me than with others. I encountered you I had encountered you in the abyss and knew you were alive, but not everyone believed me. Yesterday I had a vision. I was leaving through the pages you had collected, and I suddenly saw your future. Not the future claiming to me by the page in my hand, but your future. The future of the person who first brought the page to me. In my vision, you returned from the abyss, marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble, people, demons dropping to their knees. Iomedae herself extended you a helping hand, but the only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Gallifrey had taken with her. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my vision, so I hurried to the Citadel to lay my hands on Queen Gallifrey's possessions and try to discern where she went, where your banner is now. Me and Anivia agreed. Do you know where the Queen went? It wasn't easy. I'd see the Queen's future and her past. Oh no, she's in mortal danger. But I did not give up. Her Majesty decided to march for his. We must hurry. To arms. The battle for Dresden. Your arrival has changed everything. Attacked by two armies, we felt like a dilapidated palisade. The shattered fragments. I can sense your presence. I'm convinced that the Queen can sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to. And if Queen Gallifrey face and yours are intertwined. Perhaps this was made me to write this letter to you. I just... That would be a delicate... Here comes the Crusader kids. So commanded you like we see you arrived just in time to hear your friends scream for help, so they trusted you. And look what happens to them. You should have angered our master, mortal. He will take away everything you have. I'll rescue my friends. I'll rescue my friends. Not exactly you can do that, you pathetic maggot. What can you do when you run without your army? Yell inspirational speeches, oh no, I'm scared. And then all the pathetic defenders of Dresden will be inspired and turn invincible. You know what happens in the next life? Your friends will rot in my Dunlord's dungeon. Their bones will join a myriad of others. I'll wipe out your army out, and you alongside it, but I won't kill everyone. I'll lock you in a cage. It's time to end this, mortal. the darkness perish, be gone from my world, demons.
Knight Commander, at last we meet. Rise. I have not come here to receive homage. I suppose you are asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands. I know how much light and hope you have brought to the Crusaders. Your achievements are indisputable. But during all that time, your followers believed that their leader was Heaven's chosen. This is a bitter lie. And goodness and justice cannot be based on lies. The light that emanates from you is deceiving and dangerously bright. It burns your companions, and one day it will burn you too. But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Daskari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a heroine who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
Maybe I did acquire my source from dubious sources, but I follow my own.
You may think so, but alas, this is not true. It can be, however, if you accept my help. In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Elutionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Golarion. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
I want to hear what you want to tell me.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the world wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomedae? Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Silence. It is impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because she received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have, save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that she is bound to the world wound, that she is slowly dying because of its influence, and that she is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told her that closing the wound won't save her from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
Now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of this game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait. Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
I received my wound because of you, implanted the essence of the Abyss in my soul, and you expanded the wound, and my question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when you first opened the wound?
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has two keys.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Rilu, my love, come over here. Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first. And this will require certain powers.
Yes, Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
Ask, and you shall have your answers.
Didn't you do anything to dispel the myth?
At first, I did not know who you were, or where your powers originated. This was revealed to me only when my herald offered up his dying prayer from the depths of the Abyss. And following his desperate plea, I sought to confirm my suspicions. Until that point, I had observed you without intervening. After all, your crusade was securing victories, the first Golarion had seen in many years. So even if it was not I who had sent you into battle, it felt unfair to undermine you.
In other words, our Imperial guest had no problem with your power, as long as she didn't know where it came from. She didn't even share her suspicions with her own herald. And after all that, someone dares to claim that demons are the most deceitful creatures?
You should not blame someone else if you base your accusations on vague suspicions rather than solid proof. You call my behavior deceitful. You, of all creatures, who kept the commander ignorant of the fate you had chosen for her? Indeed, the insolence of demons knows no bounds. It is time to make your...
If you have questions, ask away.
Why'd you want to hide the fact it would kill me?
Because if I'd told you the truth, you would have refused to do it. But you're not angry with me, are you? After all, everything has worked out perfectly fine. We found another key. So now you can live and enjoy your life. Provided that you catch Arilu, of course.
You still want me to keep the powers I acquired from her?
Of course I do. Firstly, you'll need those powers to catch Arilu and bring her to Threshold. Surely you don't think she'll willingly fall into your hands, and the demonic hordes will politely make way for you. And secondly, the powers Arilu gave you protect you from dying before your time. None of us want the wound to kill you prematurely. You are extremely useful to me alive. After all, if you let Arilu slip through your fingers, we can always go back to the original plan for closing the wound.
Where could she have fled to?
No, let's think. She's hidden in the Abyss before. She won't dare to return there now. Not only to my realm, but to any other either. Even if Baphomet and Discari both take it upon themselves to guard Arilu personally, that won't stop me from sneaking in, slitting her throat, and leaving undetected. And she knows that. If I were her, I would hide in a place where the powers of her enemies were uncertain, and her own power was close to unlimited. I say you should look for her here, in the world wound. Very well. It's time for you to make your...
Perhaps your power came from the Abyss. That your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
Frankly, your mythic power brings more trouble than true pleasure. And I see no sense in holding on to something that doesn't bring pleasure.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but how can a demon grant the power of an angel? Listen, if you had no goodness inside, you couldn't have reached Lariel in the caves beneath Canabras. I remember how once, long ago, you showed me the light of heaven. Maybe I didn't believe in you right away, but I believe in you now. You've proven time and again that you deserve the light of heaven. You are my commander, marked by an angel. This power rightfully belongs to you.
As a member of the Order of the God Claw, I ought to advise you to obey the will of the goddess, or at least to take it into consideration. But as your companion, who has spent a lot of time with you, I can't help but notice you have reforged demonic Nahindrian power into angelic power. This is a sign of order triumphing over chaos. Perhaps there is room for maneuver here. That is why I advise you to weigh all the options and to make your own decision.
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen. As to your original question, I'll be honest with you. Your power turns my stomach like sour prunes. Rejected, it can't hurt.
Ugh, these dames are tough. But Iomedae is as tough as you. If she tells you to do something, you better do what she says. I can feel it in my tail. You're good and righteous and all that, so do what the righteous goddess is telling you. Maybe it'll even make my life a smidge easier. After you, become more like a human.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Listen to the goddess, Warchief. And if you won't listen to her, then listen to me. You don't need these thrice-cursed powers. You're the strongest of the strong, and the bravest of the brave, even without the gifts of a mad sorceress.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
Damn, I will go Angel. I didn't want it, but... You sacrifice your own humanity as sort of the first of a good goddess. Do not judge me if I choose to do the same.
It pains me to hear that. But I am not your judge, and I shall not stand in your way. At least not until I see that Golarion is under threat. You have chosen your path. Farewell.
Oh, I think my hands are shaking. We disobeyed the goddess, but it was for a righteous cause. How am I supposed to wrap my head around this?
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So many victories, so many achievements lie ahead for you. Well, go now. Capture Arilu, and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.